Alexander's army marched eastward into the vast plains of Mesopotamia. Ahead lay the greatest battle of the entire campaign, a battle that would decide the fate of the Persian Empire. Meanwhile, King Darius III gathered an enormous army from every corner of his empire. Tens of thousands of infantry, cavalry, chariots armed with deadly scythes, and war elephants assembled on the plains near Gaugamela, determined to crush the Macedonian invasion once and for all. On the eve of battle, Alexander carefully studied the battlefield. Calm and confident, he inspired his men, reminding them that discipline and courage would triumph over overwhelming numbers. At dawn, the Battle of Gaugamela began. The Persian army stretched across the horizon, while the Macedonian phalanx advanced in perfect formation. Dust rose into the sky as the greatest armies of the ancient world collided. Waiting for the perfect moment, Alexander personally led the companion cavalry in a devastating charge straight toward Darius. The attack pierced the Persian center and shattered its defenses. Unable to withstand the assault, Darius fled the battlefield for the second and final time. As their king disappeared, the Persian army collapsed into chaos, and victory belonged to the Macedonians. With no force left to oppose him, Alexander entered Babylon in triumph. The magnificent city welcomed him with celebration, recognizing him as the new ruler of Asia. Inside the royal palace, Alexander took his place upon the throne of Babylon. The young king of Macedon had become master of one of the greatest cities on earth. The campaign continued toward the wealthy city of Susa. Once again, no army could stop his relentless advance. Within the royal treasury of Susa, Alexander seized unimaginable riches: gold, silver, precious jewels, and treasures accumulated over centuries by the Persian kings. His army then marched toward Persepolis, the ceremonial capital of the Persian Empire. Every step brought him closer to the symbolic heart of Persian power. Persepolis stood as one of the most magnificent cities of the ancient world, filled with towering palaces, monumental stairways, and breathtaking works of art that displayed the glory of the Achaemenid kings. Alexander entered the royal palace and sat upon the throne of the Persian great kings. The conqueror from Macedon now ruled the empire that had once threatened Greece itself. Soon afterward, flames engulfed the magnificent palaces of Persepolis. Whether it was an act of revenge for the Persian invasion of Greece or a decision later regretted, the burning of Persepolis became one of the most unforgettable moments of Alexander's conquest. Although the empire had fallen, Alexander refused to stop. He launched a relentless pursuit of Darius, determined to capture the last Persian king. Before Alexander could reach him, Darius was betrayed by his own followers. Mortally wounded, the great king was left to die beside the road, bringing an end to the Achaemenid dynasty. When Alexander found the dying king, he covered him with his royal cloak and honored him with the respect due to a great ruler. Even in victory, he showed dignity toward his fallen enemy. With the death of Darius III, Alexander became the undisputed ruler of the Persian Empire. From the Aegean Sea to the heart of Asia, the greatest empire of the ancient world now stood under the command of a single king,